Hey, welcome to Mint RV. My name is Jason Noel. Hey, the purpose of Mint RV is to not be salesy. We're not a dealership. We're not selling anything really whatsoever. The purpose of Mint RV is to help users match their vehicle not only to their RV or whatever it is that they're towing, but also with regards to the weight that you're going to be carrying, like the gear that you're going to be bringing on trips, and specifically when it comes to RVing. So let's take a look at the calendar or the calculator that we've built that really helps you to do just that. So at the homepage of Mint RV, you're going to see a couple things here. You're going to see basically what the purpose is here. You're going to be adding your vehicle, your RV or trailer, all of your cargo and gear, and all the people you're going to be bringing, also your passengers, and be able to create a complete build and then be able to compare them, which this is completely unheard of. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to build your setup here and be able to add it to your garage. In order to add things to your garage, you are going to need to be logged in there so you can save it. You can add a vehicle one of two ways, either going by the drop down here, or if you don't know what vehicle you're actually, if you're on the search for a new vehicle, go ahead and just go to the vehicle search here, and you can search for vehicles, whether it is you want a dually, turbo, the different fuel types and stuff like that. So that makes it super handy there. But in this instance, let's go ahead and just add a new vehicle. I am going to quickly just log in real quick. Just makes it a little bit faster for me here. And then with that, if we go back to the towing calculator, you can see that I already have the garage already filled in. So I have my GMC Sierra 2500. I have my brother-in-law's 2016 F350, and then I have my dad's Chevy Silverado 1500. So I'm going to go ahead and pick the Chevy Silverado, and then I do have the same sort of thing here with the RVs. You can go ahead and enter in the RV if you already have one. If you want to go ahead and search for an RV, we have an RV search. Again, we're not a dealership. The whole thing here is to be able to match your specific vehicle to your RV and see if you're overweight. So we do have all the same features and filters with regards to obviously selecting like the class type, GVWR, but keep in mind that with the GVWR, we already have your vehicle selected here, which becomes incredibly time saving. You can do the length, sleeping capacity, slide outs, and stuff like that. And one thing I do want to note that literally nobody else has is the MPG. I'm going to leave it empty for now so you can kind of see the direction that I'm going here. I'm going to go ahead and do search by RV and be able to pull up the list of the RVs. One thing you're going to notice is that we do have MPG here. This is huge. If you're kind of super granular and analytical like I am, being able to search for your specific vehicle and seeing that your vehicle has an MPG of 20, at least for this specific Chevy, and what the impact is on your MPG when it comes to each one of these RVs. Now I did sort by MPG going descending, so you can see that there is a basically 3 mile per gallon hit on this new camp here. So you can go ahead and select the specific RV there and add it to your garage, which is a pretty sweet little feature here. So I'm going to go ahead and add the camper that we have. And then the next step that you want to do is I have these actually all filled out, which is pretty cool. I'm going to go to the full calculator here. Which is the main feature that we have on the website. So you're going to be able to see that your vehicle and view the specs. You can edit it if you want. You can see your the RV that you have here, and then you can change the RV. And here's something that's unique. And I know that I mentioned just regular trailer information, and this is how you can enter that. If you don't have an RV, that's fine. Go ahead and enter, and you want to check, like, for instance, my brother-in-law has a huge flatbed trailer for doing timbers. You can go ahead and put the name there. And what the overall weight rating is, the dry weight, tongue, and all of that kind of stuff there. So with that, we're going to go ahead and do My Garage. We're just going to go back to the RV that we had. So it's super handy. You can view the specs there, the floor plan, and all of that. And then here is the very interesting part. So is being able to create your gear list. Now, keep in mind when it comes to the gear list, this becomes vitally important. So especially when you're in the half-ton range like I am, or whether you're hauling a three-quarter ton, not a three-quarter ton, or whether you have a three-quarter ton truck and you're wanting to tow some of the fifth wheels. A lot of the, whether half-ton or three-quarter, and then matching them with the RV, you can be fringe line. So what we typically say is that within the safety ratings, to keep it within 80% of your maximum towing capacity. So when it comes to that, here's the challenge, and I've seen that you can read it all on Reddit and some of these other locations where dealers are just like, oh yeah, that'll fit, don't worry about it. But here's the problem: is that some of the vehicles, for instance, the tow vehicles, an F-150 will range 4,000 pounds between specific trim levels, and so in trim configuration. So when it comes to that, a dealership can't just look at your truck and just be like, oh yeah, it'll haul it, you'll be fine, if you're going to be on the fringe. And then in addition to that, a lot of them are talking about like dry weight, obviously the gross vehicle weight rating, but when it comes to the additional gear that you have, for instance, with my gear that we have, and I'll show you here, we have a family fun, which is basically 2 passengers or 4 passengers, 2 kids, and a fully decked out camper. However, when I go hunting with my dad, it's 2 adults and we have less gear. Okay, we have a completely different setup. And so just within that and those 2 things, with the different trim level being 4,000 pounds, having a 300 to 400 pound difference within the gear that you're having for your RV and all the different settings that you have, that is a massive difference in whether it is that if you have a half-ton truck that you can tow your RV. And so this is where we're trying to give you the full picture on whether it is you can actually buy that camper. Does that camper fit your vehicle? Or if you have a camper and you're looking at this site and you're like, oh my gosh, my camper is actually above the 80% threshold, and you're maxing out your MPG because it's going to be killed because you're actually overweight, and the safety and the hauling, I mean, there's just endless things that are problems with that. So this helps you to do just that, and to create a build. What's nice about creating your own build here is obviously within this, you can see what your weight rating is and whether it is that you're overweight or not. And within this setup, we can see that we're definitely underweight with all the gear that we have. So the additional benefit of Mint RV is being able to go into your account here and seeing your builds. So for instance, if you're doing RV research or vehicle research, you can actually start creating a list of obviously all of your own vehicle, and then all the different RVs and how it impacts your towing capacity and fuel efficiency and stuff like that. So you can start just creating a list instead of just doing like, oh, these are my favorite RVs and they could match my vehicle. This is incredibly analytical like me, but in-depth research. And you could do the same thing with, hey, I have an RV here, but I want to check out the different settings for a vehicle or a tow vehicle for that and how it impacts either the towing capacity and the MPG. So this just gives you a complete way to be able to see all the different things that you're wanting when you go to buy an RV. And so either which way, if you find this helpful, go ahead and leave a comment below if there's a feature that you're wanting to see on the website to aid you in your either vehicle buying experience or the compatibility between a truck and your camper. Go ahead and comment below, but please remember to hit the like button. I appreciate it.